I'll be sick as I can be. It's foolish, but it's fun. While wise men figure time and space and get all wrinkled in the face, I'm loafing in some shady place. It's foolish, but it's fun. If it should ever come to pass that I inherit wealth, I'll eat and drink and drink and eat until I wreck my health. I love to ramble orderly and chase the busy bumblebee. And though the bee may light on me, it's foolish, but it's fun. When thunderstorms put folks to rout and no one dares to venture out, that's when I love to slosh about. It's foolish, but it's fun. I like to be on friendly terms with pollywugs and angleworms, Nanny, and all the very deadly germs. It's foolish, but it's fun. I love to sit beside a brook and wait for fish to bite. And though they never do, it's nice to think perhaps they might. While others climb the mountains high, beneath the tree I love to lie and watch the snails go whizzing by. All right. I thought our last hour together would be pleasant. Where's that stick? While others climb the mountains high, beneath the tree I love to lie and watch snails go whizzing by. It's foolish, but it's fun. You need one to laugh at your jokes. Mine says I'm going to marry the butcher. The butcher? I don't believe that.
Don't listen to what mine says. Soon you will meet a young man of very high estate. He will be your husband, and you will have 15 children.
If the bird flies west, I follow west. When he flies, I go. I may never return.
How much is it?
6 pennies, young woman, for a full fortune. And all for that insignificant price. This sacred bird tells you the future.
6 pennies? That's not oats.
Why, the price barely keeps the bird and myself in food, young woman. Fortunes, fortunes, who wants their
One
fortune?
for me, please.
Why, certainly, Agnes. Go on, Phaedo. Give the beautiful girl a good and happy future. That's it. Pick it out and place it in her hand.
Thank you. Oh, this is wonderful.
There, you see? Now she knows. Will he be big? Will he be tall? Will he be fair? Will he be young?
4 pennies. That's my final word.
6 pennies is the price, young woman. I can't make it any less. Do you want this bird to go without seed, me to go without bread?
For sale.
Oh, I know it. Let me see it. The most wonderful thing in the world if it happens.
I have a nice lace shawl here, a great bargain.
I don't need a lace shawl.
You'll need one for your wedding. You never can tell when some lucky fellow will come along and say, you're the one.
6 pennies. Keep quiet. I'll do the thinking around here. Gold for sale. Well, all right. Now, you stay right here and stop saying yeah.
You decided to take one, eh? You'll never regret it. Go on, Phaedo. Pick one out for the fair young lady.
Suppose I pick it out myself. How much then?
One price for all. 6 pennies.
All right, then let him pick it out. But it better be worth it. I can't waste my money.
It's the best money you ever spent. It may mean millions to you. Go on, Phaedo. Give the beautiful girl the key to life. That's it. Pick it out and place it in her fair hand. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anybody else before we leave? Get your fortune while you can. You're making your fortune. The way to riches, the road to love. And all
Say, fortune teller.
The word will come true.
This
Make ready for the
fortune's no
beats.
good. I don't live in Vienna.
Make all your complaints to the bird. You there, young man. How
But
about
I'll
a
never
turn
get
about
to Vienna in all my life.
Please, young woman, tell it to the bird. He understands every word. I swear he does.
This is all wrong for me. Now give me back my 6 pennies.
The bird is never wrong. You come back in 6 months, and if everything don't come true,
How do I know where you'll be in 6 months?
ask the little bird. Fortunes, very fine fortunes.
Very fine humbug.
There, you see? It's so good the young lady can't believe it. And only for
Don't
6
you waste your money, neighbor. This man... I'll be back.
Don't hurry. Don't hurry.
Horn's cracked.
What?
I says the horn is cracked.
Well, you don't milk her by the horns.
What about the hoof? It's got a bruise.
That's what makes her such a good milker. The bad hoof keeps her from running away.
How much you want?
$21.50.
Did you say $8.50?
Goat for sale.
All right, 10, but that's all. My last offer.
$19.50. Because you look as if a little goat milk wouldn't hurt you.
11, and my brother will say I'm crazy.
11. What do you think she is, a mouse?
Well, she could be. She ain't no ox. All right, take her away. Take her away before I turn silly and offer you 12.
Now listen. 17. And that's my final rock bottom price.
$13.50 because you're a very pretty girl and she'll remind me of it.
16. Because if you buy her, she'll have somebody to talk to.
14, and that's the top.
$15.50. Take it or leave it.
15 before I lose my temper.
So,
Done. That's a nice goat.
she's a little wild, though.
You're not from here, are you?
Oh, no, I'm from Silachumyo.
Oh, Sila Chummy, that's too bad.
What's bad about it?
Well, I was going to ask you to dance the Chardash with me, but if you come from Sila Chummy,
Then what?
then it's useless. They can't dance the Chardash in your village.
Oh, they can't. Well, let me tell you something.
Oh, they
If-
try, I know, but take the last girl I've met from there. After one dance with me, she was unconscious for 3 days.
A girl from Silachumyo?
That's what she said she was. But, of course, nobody would ever claim that place for their village unless they can't help it.
Why, we say in Silachumyo that the Chardash you dance here is for people with rheumatism.
Very funny. Do you know if you were a man, I'd offer you a bet?
Offer it.
I bet you this money that you'll be off your feet before one dance is finished. The money against the goat.
I get back the goat and keep the money?
And I get the money and the goat.
Done.
Come on, let's go. Get over there.
You should invite the mayor of our village to dance here sometime.
You think you'd like it?
He has a wooden leg. He'd love it.
the matter?
How do I get off? How do I get down off of here?
Why are you yelling there?
Who are you?
How did you get up there?
Why didn't you tell me you were moving this hay from the fairground?
Why didn't I tell you? How could I tell you? I didn't know you were up there.
Well, let me get off.
Careful,
I
careful.
can take care of myself. Is that the way back to Sila Chamyo?
Yes, right back. Silach. It's 50 miles from here.
It can't be.
You are right. It's 58. 50, 55. Yes, 58. 58.
Where are we now?
We are all right. We are almost in Vienna.
Vienna?
Yeah.
What do you mean by bringing me here?
I didn't. I brought my flour and the hay. Don't look at me like that. I didn't know you were up there.
I don't know what to do. I can't walk all the way.
I should say you can. I don't know what to do. Listen, I go this way, you go this way. And
I better get started back. I don't know anybody in Vienna. There's no reason for me to be.
you can stay at my place for a little while. And when I have to go to the fair for more flour, you can go too. But maybe you wouldn't like to be away.
Oh, yes, I'd love it.
Huh? Yeah? All right. What are we talking about? I am Ladislaus Tashik. Tashik the baker. Feel better?
Yes, I feel wonderful. That's it. That's Vienna.
Mm-hmm. That's it. I saw it first when I was like you, young and crazy. I came from Poland to make my fortune. I could hardly sleep for weeks. It was so wonderful, just like I was in heaven. And I didn't even have to die to get there.
That tiptoes away the stars that are bright will fade with the day, but when I awake, the morning will say, arise and rejoice, for it seems you are dreaming, dreaming.
watching the others like good bakers? Give me a stick.
The stick.
And the peel.
The peel.
Hurry.
Get the stick. The peel. We were watching, Uncle. We only weren't watching while you were watching us.
Never mind the excuses. Run and get the flour in before it starts raining.
The flour.
And put the hay in the stable.
The hay.
Where is Jenny?
Upstairs. He went to bed. Did you win her at the fair, Uncle?
Yes. No.
Can she talk?
Certainly. Talk to them.
Hello.
So sorry. Excuse me.
My nephews, they are learning to be bakers. They live here too. Jenny!
Coming.
She's a nice girl. She works in the shop. She has an extra bed for you.
Thank you.
It's nice to live in a bakery. Always warm, always bread to eat, and sometimes cake.
Did you call me Mr. Teshik?
Yes, I did, Jenny. She's going to stay with us for a little while.
Good.
Her name is Ilonka.
Hello, Ilonka.
What's the matter?
Nothing. But I do think I'd better lend your dress for tomorrow, just to be on the safe side.
Are those all your clothes?
Of course, the Count insists that I look well.
The Count?
Mm-hmm. He's my gentleman's friend.
Oh, if you marry a Count, you'll be a Countess.
I'll also be a magician. Here, try this one on.
That's much too pretty for everyday wear.
What, this little dress? First time I wore that, I met a wine salesman. Almost married him, too. But he made me drink claret in the morning, gave me a rash. Hope you have better luck in it. Of course, you could do worse.
I'm going to marry an artist.
Oh, an artist. Do you pose for him?
Pardon?
Does he paint your picture?
Oh, no, I haven't even met him yet. As a matter of fact, I don't even know him.
Oh, you just think it might be nice to be an artist, Mike?
No, not especially.
Say, do you hear people talking to you when you're alone? Or do bells ring up here, or noises?
You mean something's loose up here?
Well, I wouldn't exactly say that, but it is a little odd. You don't know any artists. You don't think you'd like the idea of being an artist's wife, but you're going to marry an artist?
Uh-huh. It's in my fortune.
Oh, you don't believe in that stuff, do you?
I did it this morning, but I have to now.
I almost married a man who believed in fortunes. He saw our wedding in a teacup. And then I met a soldier. He was in the cavalry. He looked wonderful on a horse, a little bow-legged when he walked. You haven't seen our soldiers yet?
Just a few of them when we were riding in here.
A few. We'll wait until tomorrow morning. You might forget your artist and your fortune, too, when you see them marching by. Say, what are you doing, undressing or shedding?
Pardon?
I told you would forget your artist.
Forget him. Oh, I was just watching. Everybody watches parades. people didn't watch them, why, they wouldn't have parades. Why, you even looked at it yourself.
Me? I'm practically engaged again. I just like the music.
The music is wonderful. Did you say they march by here often?
Every day. When they change guards at the post.
Need a pass, Sergeant.
What?
Ant died.
Hear that, Carl? Soldiers' ants die like flies. Why don't you think up a new one? The girl in the bakery?
Uh-huh.
She finally looked at you, huh?
Look, she almost jumped out the window.
Got an appointment with her yet?
No, but we'll have just as soon as we get this pass.
Well, bring us back some cake.
Wait a minute. Do that again.
What?
That beat. No, that's not it. How did you do that?
Do what?
That rhythm. Bum, 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 bum. No, it's beautiful. Come on. The waltz in it has sweep. Come on, stab it again.
It has sweep, has it? Well, you get out of here with this or you'll get sweep.
Thanks. Do it again. Bum, 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 bum. Please, Sarge, do it again. Please, it's wonderful. Do bum, 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 bum.
Corporal Martin is composing again.
Come on, Sergeant, let me write it down before I forget it. Just give me a half sheet of paper.
Well, send it over to Sergeant.
Hey. Yes, I know, but I'm going to forget it.
Oh, you won't forget it. It goes like this.
Please, quiet.
No,
Quiet! All right. You're all very, very funny. Now I've lost the melody, and I ought to make you eat that, Bugle.
Don't lose your temper now, Harry. Remember what the major said about your composing again.
The major. If there were any sense the way this army was run, you wouldn't be saluting majors. You'd be saluting men for their merits and for their talents. Well, that's better. Someday you'll be doing that and meaning it. That goes for you too, Whistle Britches.
Come here, Corporal Martin. How long have you been in this army?
1 year, 8 months, 17 days, 6 hours, and 32 minutes, sir.
And you still haven't learned to act like a soldier?
I'm still trying, sir.
Trying? Trying to be a composer, you mean?
I'm only trying to prove that I have talent, sir.
You're sure you're not mistaking stubbornness for talent?
Well, of course, the major's entitled to his opinion, but if he would only allow me to play just one composition for
Don't you know that the regulations prohibit any soldier in this army from having any occupation except the duties assigned him by his superior officer?
Yes, sir.
And if it comes to my attention that you break this rule, I'll clap you in the guardhouse and keep you there till you're old enough for a pension.
Yes, sir.
Dismiss!
Yes.
You stay right here and watch. Watch Jenny, watch the customers. Be a regular watchdog.
Yes, sir.
Then later on, you get promoted to a helper.
Yes.
Today's special is coffee cake. The new raisins came in the are delicious. Each one like a sip of wine.
That'll be 20 pennies.
Here you are.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mrs. Burkhardt, and come again.
Goodbye, Mrs. Burkhardt. Come again. Goodbye, Mrs. Burkhardt. Come again.
A new shop girl, Mr. Teschek?
No, she's just visiting.
A relative?
No, a kind of an accident.
Oh, Mr. Van Zimmerl.
Oh, Mr. Van Zimmer, excuse me.
Thank you.
Good day, Mr. Van Zimmer.
Good day, Baker.
That man didn't pay.
What?
Come back here.
Child, please.
But Mr. Teschek, you told me to be like a watchdog. You
What? I told you I do not him. Excuse me, Mr. Van Zimmer, but I don't know what to say. She's new.
It's all right,
She's
Baker.
new.
It's all right.
Excuse me. Child, that's Mr. Van Zimmer.
But he didn't pay.
Didn't pay. He didn't pay. Those solstices are for His Majesty the Emperor. May he reign long and happily. And you, oh, me.
You don't mean that. The Emperor eats our salt sticks?
Yes, the Emperor. Listen to me carefully. Do you know what it means to be the baker to the court? No. The sign over the door. With my name, Ladislav Stashek, and corps purveyor. Me and the medal from the emperor. That's the greatest thing that can happen to a baker. And you, over.
But he could still pay for them, couldn't he?
Come back in the baking room. I mean, watch me instead of the customers. If Mr. von Zimmer should tell His Majesty the Emperor, may his health increase, then I better not think about it. Come.
He won't tell, will he?
No. Baby.
She's very green, isn't she? Green as grass. Well, she'll learn city ways soon enough. She's very sweet. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you, Corporal.
Goodbye, Miss Trustler. Come again.
Congratulations. It's the first morning you've smiled at me. We've been marching by here for a month.
What can I do for you, sir?
Quite a lot. I hurried back here just as soon as our company was dismissed.
The coffee cake is very fresh. You might like that.
I'd like something sweeter. Every day when I've marched by, I've said to myself, someday she's going to smile at me. And when she does, for you.
I'm keeping company with a gentleman, and he's very jealous, especially of soldiers.
Not very patriotic, is he?
Please be careful. I don't want
Let's teach him a lesson. How about meeting me tonight?
Oh, I could hardly do that.
Good. 8 o'clock?
Where?
Well, there are...
Please. Hello, Lambie. I'm in Count Zorndorf.
I was just passing by, and I thought I'd drop in to see how you were.
Oh, here she is. Thank you, miss. Hello.
Hello. Oh, hello.
I picked these myself. And so I was just passing by, and I thought I'd drop in and see how you say hello.
Oh, well, that's awfully nice of you. Would you?
Oh, certainly.
Thank you. Oh, flowers are lovely. Oh,
You're new here, aren't you?
Yes, I arrived last night.
By train?
No, by haystack.
Haystack?
I woke up and I was almost in Vienna. I don't know where the goat was.
The goat?
The goat. You see, I walked all the way from Silachami to... Well, that's rather a long story.
Yeah, perhaps we'd better just let that go till some other time when there aren't so many people listening to every word we say.
All right.
Where does this go?
In the showcase.
Inside? Mm-hmm. Yes.
Ilonka! Excuse me, she's new.
Yeah, we were just talking about that very thing when you...
You must not make the customer hold your tray. Never.
I had to take the flowers.
No matter the flower. The flower.
Lovely. So simple. So very simple and sweet. Well, I better run along, I guess. Goodbye. Like to make a little money?
Sure. How much?
Now, not so fast. I want you to take a note of the girl inside the bakery, understand?
Sure.
She's standing behind the counter talking to a customer. Don't let him see you give it to her, see?
We won't.
Corporal,
Yes, sir.
what is the idea of your whistling in the street in this undignified manner?
Well, sir, I was trying to arrange an appointment with a girl, sir. And
a girl?
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, Corporal.
It's quite all right, sir.
Every time you see a soldier within 2 miles of me, you think I'm going to join the army. Every time I turn around, I find you spying on me. If you
I
don't...
merely came here to...
Well, why did you come here? You don't want any bread, you don't want any rolls, you don't want any cake.
Just to see you, my pet.
Just to see me. Just to see if there's anybody else here.
I thought maybe we could go...
You thought...
shopping.
Shopping. Shopping?
Yes.
Well, I'll see if I can get the afternoon off. Would you mind waiting for me? I'll be right back.
He seems like a very nice young man.
Who?
Your corporal.
Yes, he does. Very nice.
I've noticed that all soldiers have sweethearts, but very few of them have wives.
Are you married?
No, I'm what they call an eligible bachelor.
You've been that for a long time, haven't you?
No, long enough.
I don't know very much about eligible bachelors, but I've noticed that most of them have sweethearts and none of them have wives.
Ilonka!
Mr. Tessick, weren't you? I'm the corporal. Read it. I'm the corporal? I'm the corporal.
Lammy, I can go this afternoon, but we have to come back early.
Not too early. We'll go to a concert.
Jenny, hurry up. There's a sale at the Parisian Bazaar.
Yes, my pet. I'll hurry.
You know that, oh, of course I'm not going. Huh? Well, if he was an artist, it'd be different, but... What are you talking about?
And if the fortune was working out again... But...
Well, if that isn't the most audacious thing I ever heard of.
It certainly is.
How can a man be so brazen?
It's probably because he's a soldier. They're very brave.
But you're not going.
Oh, no, of course not. In the first place, I don't know him. Even if I did know him, I don't know where this place is. Even if I asked somebody and found out where it was, why, I'd be going with a soldier, not with an artist. I'd have to tell the soldier that our friendship couldn't mean anything because I'm going to marry an artist. And if I told him that, why, that's what I'll do. I'll go tonight, and the first chance I get to working in the conversation, I'll tell him just that.
The countryside is green again, the world is 17 again. My heart awakes when April sings. The skies above are blue again, the daffodils are new again. These are the joys that April brings. Songbirds are whispering down by the stream, telling a weary world, wake up and dream. For love is new again, and one are two again. My heart awakes when April sings.
Good evening.
Oh, evening.
I said good evening.
Very nice. I have an appointment with a beautiful young lady. Sorry.
I knew you didn't recognize me.
Oh, yes, I did. Hello, how are you?
I do look a bit different than I did in the shop, don't I?
Yes, you do.
I wanted to look nice my first time out in Vienna.
Oh, well, looks very nice. Very, very pretty.
And my hair this way, that makes a difference too, doesn't it?
Yes, it's very becoming.
The woman down the street from the shop did it.
Oh.
Should we go in? I wanted to wear my Sunday dress tonight, but Jenny said no, unless we were going to a masquerade. Now, this dress would be perfect for a masquerade in Sea Light, Jungle. That's funny, isn't it?
Pardon? Oh, yes, it is. How did you get here?
I came in a carriage. It's very simple. The name of this place was in the note.
The note?
Oh, this is beautiful. Look, you can see the sky. We don't have anything like this in Sea Light, Chumyo. Of course,
Good evening, Corporal. Good evening, miss.
Good evening.
I've been saving the best table in the house for you.
Is she the one he was talking about?
No, the girl in the bakery shop has red hair.
How do you know?
Oh, who? Me?
Peppy!
Yeah?
Joseph, take good care of His Excellency the Corporal.
Oh, the best.
Very best.
Did we have trouble holding this table for you tonight? Oh, you know, a certain foreign diplomat, a very important, wanted this table, but
Well,
I...
if you wanted it, he can have it. We can go home.
No, why? I couldn't think of it. The best in the world? Why, that's not half good enough for you. You excuse me, please?
You say the boys gave you the note?
Yes, right after you left.
The menus?
Oh, this is lovely. I'm much too excited to eat anything.
Well, how about a little asparagus vinaigrette with pimentos a la Gustav?
What did you say?
Asparagus vinaigrette with pimentos a la Gustav.
Oh, asparagus. How much is it?
$1.50 a portion. Corporal, I didn't know you two was engaged.
Oh, we're not engaged, but that price is much too high.
Now, wait, they have to buy the asparagus, they have to cook it.
I've grown it and sold it and cooked it, too. Asparagus costs 3 pennies a bunch. Pimentos don't cost anything. Water is free. I don't know anything about Gustav. 21 pennies. That's all.
Bring it, Peppy, please.
I bring it.
Don't bring it.
I don't bring it.
No. Do you own this place?
No, I don't. But if I
well,
did...
when I like to buy from the owner, not from the help.
But please, the owner here does not take orders at the table.
Probably because he's ashamed of these prices.
Please, this is Vienna. Everything is a little higher.
Asparagus is asparagus, even in Vienna. Where is the owner?
Did somebody want me?
Good evening. Do you want to keep your customers or do you want to keep your asparagus?
What seems to be the trouble?
Well, for 20 years I've been a waiter, and here is a new one. She grows it, cooks it, and sells it, but she won't buy it.
Yes, I will at the right price. 50 pennies. Now, that's my final rock-bottom offer. Take it or leave it.
Because you're such a charming young lady, I take it.
Done.
Give it to her.
See? That's the way we do it back in Silachanya.
Well, I just remembered that I have to sweep off the parade grounds tonight. It's been awfully nice seeing you.
I'm sorry.
You ought to be. This is not a marketplace.
Well, back home, everybody bargains. I didn't know I was doing anything wrong. I'm sorry.
Well, if you want to stay for a few more moments, I suppose it would be all... I suppose it would be all right. Just till after dinner, of course.
Spring is here, not only January thaw, but a little robin I saw told me it was so, and so I know. Spring is here, summer's near, how can I tell? I know every sign of spring so very well. The countryside is green again, the world is 17 again. My heart awakes when April sings. The skies above are blue again, the daffodils are new again. These are the joys that April brings. Songbirds are whispering down by the stream, telling a river wake up and dream. For love is new again, and one are two again. My heart awakes when April
You don't paint, do you?
Paint? No,
Do you draw?
No, I don't.
I knew it all along.
You knew what?
There was no point in going out with you tonight because I really only came here to tell you that, well, when I meet an artist, that is, if I meet an artist, then things will start to happen.
You'd hardly meet one in the Army.
I guess that's right.
The Army would drive an artist crazy. You know what happened to me this morning? I lost a melody.
Playing the drum?
No, I was writing a song. I was composing a waltz in the barracks. You see, when we go to get a pass...
Do you compose?
Yes. You see, the sergeant that stamps the pass...
You mean you write music out of your head?
Certainly I do. You see, every time we...
Well, composers are artists, aren't they?
Yeah, well, some of us. Beethoven, Mendelssohn, and when he stamps a pass, he has a certain rhythm that he always uses when he stamps it, you see. And wait a minute, that's it. That's it. Give me a pencil, please.
Here, that's my pencil.
Paper.
Don't do that. That's my order book.
Let me have it.
Wait, there's an order on it. Just a minute here. Mushroom soup, fish.
Please go. Send him away.
Please, go away.
But
Can't you see he's trying to write a waltz? Now, please
but
go.
not on my orders, please.
Don't argue. Shoot him.
Shoot him, young fella. You are going to pay for that insult on your check. Joseph, come here. Yes, sir. What's that mushroom soup? Oh, come on.
It's wonderful.
Oh, I can work much better here than I can at the barracks. You know, at the barracks, they always start singing a different tune just to mix me up, and then I'm finished.
Great jumping Jehoshaphat.
I'll stop. You must stop that. Stop that music.
What? What's the meaning of this?
What's wrong? What happened?
What is it?
Shh. What is it?
Louder, please. Shh. Excuse me. Excuse me. Say, what is this? Shh. What you say?
I don't know, but shh.
Shh. Shh.
Oh, thanks. Pardon me, if you don't mind.
Now, look here, Corporal. People are waiting to dance.
Oh, but they can dance to this.
Waltzing, waltzing, high in the clouds.
Now, you better listen to this, because in just a few minutes, we're all going to play it together.
Waltzing, waltzing, high in the clouds. Drifting, dreaming, far from the crowds. Over a moonbeam we stroll away, while the world below seems to roll away. And we go waltzing, waltzing, high in the clouds. Only you and I in the clouds. No one will hear when you call me your dear one, while waltzing high in the clouds.
Waltzing, waltzing, high in the clouds, drifting, dreaming, far from the crowd. Over a moonbeam we stroll away, world below seems to roll away, and we go waltzing, waltzing, high in the clouds. Only you and I in the clouds. No one will hear when you call me your dear one, while waltzing high in the clouds.
Come on, boys, let's really play it. Ready?
I'm sorry. That's the way we do it back home.
Nice night.
Wonderful. Someday when you're a famous composer, they'll tell just...
You can stop right there. I will never be a famous composer.
Oh, indeed you will.
Nope, not a chance. In Vienna, waltzes are 3 for a penny.
Oh, not waltzes like ours. You'll be famous overnight. Tomorrow, everybody will know your name, and they'll all be telling how you just sat down and wrote
I
beautiful
hope they don't, because if they do, I'll go to jail until I have a beard down to here.
For writing a waltz?
Young lady, do you know what the Army regulations say? No soldier shall have any occupation beyond the duties assigned to him by a superior officer during his term of service. So the best thing I can do with this little song is just send it right back where it came from.
Don't. I want to keep it.
What do you want with it?
Well, everything I said is going to come true.
You're a strange girl. I wish you were right.
Oh, I am right. When something happens, you just have to believe it, don't you?
I don't know. You see, I used to believe that someday I'd meet a girl who was interested in my work and wanted to help me get on with it. But I didn't meet her.
You didn't?
No.
You really mean that?
No.
What's your name?
Martin. Harry Martin.
Mine's Ilanka. Ilanka told me.
How do you do?
Oh, look out for my neck piece, Lammy. You just knocked another feather off.
There are plenty more neck pieces in Vienna.
I thought you'd be home long ago. Oh, we won't.
Well, now it's the corporal. Glad to see you, old man. Funny thing today. I thought your soldier had his eye on my Jenny.
How could you possibly think that? All you saw was the corporal standing there with flowers in his hand and his heart on his sleeve looking like he'd die if I didn't go with him. But it was all for Ilonka's sake, wasn't it, Corporal? And we shouldn't resent Ilonka's having fun. After all, she's only going to be in Vienna a week, and then she goes back to the country.
A week?
Yes,
You didn't tell me that.
Oh, very good. This is a case where the girl leaves the soldier behind. Very good.
Well, I must see you tomorrow night, then.
I don't know whether I can go out again tomorrow night.
I'll come around about 8.
I'd better go in now.
Good night, Lammy, dear. And thank you for helping me with my shopping.
Good night. Good night.
Good night, Lammy, dear.
Did you have a good time?
Oh, very good.
Didn't look to me as if you told him you never wanted to see him again.
Oh, I didn't have to. He's an artist.
That Corporal?
Uh-huh. He composes music.
What, on a drum?
Oh, no, he plays the violin and the piano and everything. Good evening, Mr. Teschik.
Hello, Mr. Teschik. We're back.
I see. Like two sisters, so pretty. Have a good time?
Wonderful. Oh, we rushed around a lot. The Count had so much shopping to do.
Now, up to bed. And tomorrow morning early, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. I had a rather nice time myself. Lammy wanted to go to a concert, but I said no. Concerts aren't you coming up?
In a minute. May I talk to you about something, Mr. Teschik?
Sure, sit down.
Do I have to go back home?
I will take you next week. What did you say?
I'd like to stay in Vienna.
So?
I could be a big help.
In the store? My customers, they want...
Oh, no, not in the store. Back here, I can bake. I used to bake all the bread at home. And it was good, too. You see, we didn't have any stores, and we had to bake all our bread.
Stealers. You want to help me? You... Up to bed.
Yes, sir.
Put it on the shelf.
Yes, sir.
Go, 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 go.
Yes, sir.
I can mix dough and make rolls. I wouldn't be any trouble, honestly.
I don't know. Vienna is Vienna. And how can I tell you before? How something is going to turn out behind?
Oh, everything will turn out all right. Here, let me help you.
No, the Emperor's salt steaks.
Oh, the Emperor's salt steaks. Well, I didn't expect to do those right away, but...
What?
I can stay?
He must be nice, that fellow, no?
Yes, he is very nice.
He likes you, no?
Oh, yes. Well, I think so. He's a genius.
No.
He composes music. Tonight he wrote a waltz.
ta-da-da-da-da, ta-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Over a moonbeam we stroll away, ta-da-da.
Boys, I told you to go to bed. Come.
I just got out of the shower. We didn't do it,
All this
Uncle.
breaking and all this stealing.
Yes,
all this
Uncle.
ruining.
We'll go to
I
bed.
have never seen in my life such two boys than you are. I will show you tomorrow morning.
Ta-dum-da-dum-dum-dum-dum. Ta-dum-da-dum-dum-dum-dum. Ta-da-dum. Ta-da-da-da-dum-dum. Ta-da-dum-dum-dum.
Your Majesty.
Oh, you heard about this, Monsignor?
Oh, I'm dishonored and ashamed, Your Majesty.
You start the butter of salt stick, and you find it something else, so to speak.
This is a disgrace, Your Majesty.
Very strange. What does this mean? Mushroom soup and fried flounder. Is this the time of year for flounder?
Your Majesty,
The other side is even more surprising. Piece of an opera or something. Well, I can't read music. You take it away and look into it.
Yes, Your Majesty. Be careful, sire.
We're not done yet. There's more to the matter. It's a letter to me. Dear Majesty. That's the way it starts. The music I sent you is by a genius. He is being persecuted by the army. Only Your Majesty can help him by getting in touch with the writer at the bakery in Rowland Street. Your loyal subject.
The bakery in Rowland Street. This is a prime example of ingratitude and impertinence.
More important, it's my lunch.
I'll get to the bottom of this immediately, sire.
In the meantime, we'll see what's inside the Frankfurters.
I want to sing, I want to waltz, my heart is doing somersaults. I love this world with all its faults, it's foolish, but it's fun. I want to walk a garden wall, especially a wall that's tall. And if I fall, that's all. It's foolish, but it's fun. I want to climb a steeple, and I want to ring a bell, so I can tell the people that I like them all so well. The grass is green, the sky is blue, the cows go moo, the cuckoos coo. I want to be a cuckoo too. It's cuckoo, but it's fun.
Oh, what's the matter?
Everything?
Nothing.
Who are you?
I'm...
Don't tell us. My guess is she lives here.
Yes, I do.
She works here, too.
She does. She works in the store, and
I knew it. Elementary.
you seem to know a good many
Silence!
Oh, won't somebody please tell me what's wrong?
Everything?
Nothing.
Come on.
Your toothbrush. Your slippers. I want to go with my uncle. So do I.
Silence!
Ready, men? We're coming.
Where are they taking you?
Goodbye, Mr. Tucker. Goodbye, children. Believe me, I didn't did it.
Silence!
I just said I didn't did it.
You mean I didn't do it?
Who said you I didn't do it? I didn't did it.
come on,
I
go
said
ahead.
I did.
Go
No,
ahead,
no,
come
no.
on. Other way.
Make way, everybody. Make way. Come, clear. What did he do?
Crime against the crown.
A typical anarchist.
May I say a last word to my friends?
Oh.
I say it anyhow. An enemy did this to me. An enemy. I didn't did it. I didn't did it. I didn't did it.
Let no one in and let no one out.
Yes,
And keep these people moving. Who's in charge here?
I'm the only man around.
I think I'm in charge, sir.
The front of the place will be locked until the investigation is completed. Come. All the breads and rolls are confiscated for examination.
Well, how long will he be gone?
That's hard to say. The hearing might take a day, 2 days, say. The trial might take a month, say 2 months. If he goes to prison, he might get 5 years, say 10 years.
10 years in prison? What did he do?
It's not what he did, but what he tried to do.
Well, what did he try to do?
Poison the emperor.
I don't believe it. You can't make me believe it.
Silence!
All right. Just because I'm not saying anything doesn't mean I'm not thinking it.
She's mad at you. Sit.
You know, that man downstairs said that Mr. Teshik tried to poison the Emperor.
It isn't true.
Oh, of course it isn't. I don't think Mr. Teshik ever even met the Emperor.
When they came in, they said they found something in the salt sticks that Mr. Von Zimmerl...
Why, if he ever wanted to...
Well, it's a conspiracy or everybody's crazy. All Mr. Teshik did was to help people and work day and night and hope that someday he'd be baker to the court.
In the salt sticks?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jenny. Oh, I've got to do something. That wasn't poison in the salt sticks. It was a waltz. Oh, a waltz and a note. I put it there last night. Jenny, I didn't have any idea that they'd do anything. I had to talk to that policeman.
Don't do anything rash. Tell me exactly what happened.
Harry, he wrote a waltz last night. In the army, they...
Well, speak up. I can't hear you.
They won't let him compose. I thought if the Emperor knew, he would, and I sent the music to him.
To whom?
The Emperor. To the Emperor? Uh-huh. No wonder they arrested him. I'm going to tell the police.
That won't do any good. They'll put you both in jail.
Well, I can't just stay here and do nothing.
You can't just tell that story to some policeman.
I'll tell the Emperor. The Emperor? Yes, my fortune says that a great, powerful man will help me. My fortune's been right so far.
But you won't be able to get in to see him.
Oh.
Mr. Wiedelmeyer. Lammy can make him do it. They're cousins.
Who's Mr. Wiedelmeyer?
The chamberlain at the court. You wait till I get Lammy. Oh, and get dressed. Wear the one next to the green one.
All right.
And be ready when I get back. Then we'll go right out and meet Mr. Wiedelmeyer.
I'll be ready.
Wiedelmeyer, some name. Ha! We only hope that they're right when we'll be leading wicked lives, and each of us has 7 wives. It's foolish, but it's fun. Someday we hope to win renown as holy terrors of the town, and then we'll tear the schoolhouse down. It's foolish, but it's fun. We're always deep in trouble, but it doesn't make us sad. In fact, it makes us feel so good to think that we're so bad. We tied a tin can to our pup, and now this evening when we sup, we'll have to do it standing up. It's foolish, but it's fun. What do we do now?
Well, my Uncle Dave was in jail. We all went down to the park and celebrated on the roller coaster.
Oh, boy. How much money do we need? We can go over the fence.
Not in my brother's pants, I can't.
Wait, there are 18 of us. It costs 5 to get in, 10 for the roller coaster. Let me do it. 10 and 15 and 18 times 25. There's something wrong with my head. Do that again. Hello, Corporal.
Hello. Little birthday party?
Is he going to arrest us, too? He don't arrest people. He's a soldier. He gave us some money yesterday, didn't you, soldier?
Yes, and I'll give you some more if you tell Ilonka I'm here.
Thanks. She isn't here.
Where is she?
She is, we better go in the store. We got to talk business with you.
All right. Isn't your uncle here?
He's in jail.
In jail?
Be ready to go to the park in 10 minutes.
I told her here at 8 o'clock.
She left here long before that.
Well, she'll be back, won't she?
We don't want to tell on her. How much?
This much.
For that, we can tell you a little bit. She has another fella.
What?
Lots of them.
Ilonka?
That's who we're talking about, soldier.
Oh, that's silly. She just got to town yesterday.
He believes that.
All right, when did she get to Vienna? Here.
She was born here, around the corner.
Ilonka?
Why does he keep saying Ilonka? Yes, Ilonka! I bet he doesn't know why the barber jumped off the bridge. If he did, he wouldn't be here, would he?
What barber?
Her husband. He didn't like what she did to the Russian acrobat.
What did she do?
Well, we better not tell about that. I guess we better not.
Now, wait a minute. I want to hear about this, all about it.
He wants to hear all about it.
All right, we'll start from the beginning. Where is she tonight?
She went out with the rich gentleman and Jenny and the Count.
Who is her rich gentleman?
Mr. Wiedemeyer. Mr. Wiedemeyer.
Tell me more. Mr. Wiedemeyer, eh?
I would say that the desire you express could be accomplished with a proper handling. Of course, there are details. Details upon details multiplied by still other details.
Well, Wiedemeyer, old man, we're not the ones to be stopped by a few details, huh?
No, you can just tell by looking at Mr. Wiedemeyer that he's much too important for that.
Thank you, but the bigger the man, the more importance he pays to the little things, as my good friend, the Archduke, says. Quite right, old man. First, a simple matter of dress for such an audience. Now, nothing too fancy, nothing too fine. His Imperial Majesty might think that a little bit too presumptuous. An afternoon suit is prescribed. No jewelry or beyond a gold watch. A bonnet, but with a veil. Gloves, of course. And a rather sweeping skirt, but not too sweeping. And color at this season, oh, any light color.
I have just the thing.
Oh, yes, but has she?
She always wears my clothes, and I don't mind at all. Lammy and I can go shopping tomorrow and replace the music.
Oh, I say there, Jenny.
We all have to do our part. What else, Mr. Wiedemeyer?
Behavior, manners, oh, little things, but they're also very important. You're familiar with the final obeisance at the end of an audience, of course?
With what?
The gesture of gratitude. Service, love, and loyalty for His Majesty.
No.
Why, it's very simple. You kiss his hand, his right hand, which he holds out to you, so.
I kiss his hand?
Well, now, that's rather a strong word for it. You take it gently, and as you bow over it, you merely brush the back of it with your lips, lightly, just as if a butterfly came to rest upon a blossom.
Hello, drummer.
Hello.
My hand.
Yes, sir. Was that with you, Grandpa?
Oh, no, just an old friend.
I bet you can't get rid of him and come back and have a drink with me.
Oh, yes, I can.
Fine, I'll be waiting.
What did he say?
Oh, just a silly boy.
And of course, when you enter, you must do a full curtsy. And when you leave, you must still do another.
Harry.
Mr. Wiedemeyer, I believe.
Yes. Why, how...
And the fair Jenny.
Well, it's our corporal again.
Well, hello, Lammy. Hello, Ilonka.
Harry, Mr. Wiedemeyer's going to arrange for me to see the Emperor about that. Well, you see,
Well, that'll be a great treat for His Majesty. Well, I'd love to join you, but I just can't sit at a table with a barber's ghost. Besides, here's the Archduchess.
Oh, I thought we were going to be alone.
We are. Well, it's been awfully nice seeing all of you. I'd like to present the Archduchess, but she's very, very timid. But when a small girl, the poor dear was frightened by a goat.
Goat?
Is this your table? Can't you read? Bring us some wine. How'd you get rid of Grandpa?
Oh, I told him that you were very jealous and that if he hurried, maybe you wouldn't shoot him after all.
You put your left foot forward. How did he know my name?
It's just what I'd like to know. Oh, Mr. Wiedemeyer, anybody knows an important man like you.
That's it, old man. Well, of course, I have been sort of in the swim, as we say. Now for the curtsy. It's very simple. See, all you have to do is just to put the left foot forward like that, and then bring the right one just around like that, and gently. See? See? See?
Son.
The poor man, somebody ought to take him home.
I was merely demonstrating a curtsy.
You see, I told you he's not crazy. It's perfectly safe for you to stay here. That's just good old Weedlemeyer.
Well, I think it's cute. Do it again.
Now, don't flirt with Mr. Weedlemeyer. He's very busy tonight. He has a long, long story to hear.
Watch him. He does the funniest things and he's not crazy.
Oh, that's Mr. Weedlemeyer.
There's never been any question about that. He was Weedlemeyer the day he was born.
Oh, this is too much. Really, it's much too much. Who is he? He's just the corporal.
He follows a pony round beating a drum whenever there's a parade.
Beating a... Oh, then we better go. This may result to a scandal. He's glaring at us.
Oh, see what you've done, the funny little man.
No, don't go now. Just as we're getting to be good friends.
We are not friends. We never have been friends. We never will be friends.
Well, you can't say we didn't try.
Oh, let's follow him and try some more.
You ought to be very happy now that you found your goat again.
Come on, don't even speak to him. Well, she doesn't like us.
No, but Lammy does. Do you not, Lammy?
No. Sorry.
Oh, he's sorry.
You know, the first day he came in the shop, he tried to get me to go out with him, and I wouldn't, of course. Then he asked you, and I was, shh. We're waiting, Lammy, dear.
I certainly told that young man what I thought of him. Count on, don't, please.
We'll go someplace else and you can sing for Mr. Weedlemeyer. I'll meet you outside of the carriage.
We're ready to leave.
I forgot something. I'll be right back. Nobody likes us, but we like each other, don't we?
Here comes. We're mad about each other.
I'd like to tell you what happened and find out what all those things you said to me meant.
Well, just sit down till I'm through. I'm very busy. I'm mad about you. I've loved you since the first minute that I saw you. And now that I found you, I'll never let you go, never. Oh, you're adorable, adorable.
Do we have to have her here now?
Oh, she doesn't matter. She's just a little peasant, I know.
She doesn't act like a peasant.
Sometimes I do. Excuse me, please. That's the way we do it back in Sea Light, Samuel.
Now, I suppose she expects me to jump off the bridge. Here. Take this and buy yourself something nice.
Please, Corporal, I'm not the sort of girl to
That's
sit
all right.
presents.
Sorry. Good night.
Well, now, Corporal,
Good night.
There's a nice high bridge on Nelson Street, drummer.
Lonka Tolney,
Here I am.
you're to go in now. Lonka Tolney, Your Majesty.
Come along, young lady. Come along.
Your Majesty, I've come to tell you about the arrest of Ladislaus Teshik, the baker of Roland Street, who was arrested and accused of putting
Wait now. Not so fast. It's about the salt sticks into which he put these communications, hmm?
Yes, Your Majesty, but he did it.
He didn't,
Do it, I mean. I'm a little nervous, Your Majesty.
Don't be, my child. So you say this baker didn't do it?
No, Your Majesty, he didn't. I did it.
Oh, that's rather an odd way to send a letter, isn't it? In a salt stick? We do have a postal system in the Empire now, you know.
I know it. It was a terrible thing to do.
They arrested the baker, you say?
Yes, Your Majesty. They took him away in a wagon. He's heartbroken about it.
Good baker, too. The salt sticks were very tasty. Usually.
He was very proud of them, Your Majesty. And he was very proud that someday he might, through Your Majesty's grace, be appointed baker to Your Majesty's court.
Frederick, have we had in mind making any such appointment?
Your Majesty had before this unfortunate happening.
What prompted you to do this thing, my child?
I certainly wish I knew. It's very silly.
I see you say that the composer is a genius. A young genius, I'm sure.
Yes, but I think I was mistaken.
You've heard this played, no doubt.
Yes, Your Majesty, but I don't know very much about music. I don't even like music. In fact, I hate music. And I like composers even less. They're unreliable and insincere. Don't you ever have anything to do with them because you'll be disappointed every time.
Frederick, see that the baker is set free at once.
Thank you, Your Majesty. I don't know how to thank you.
And Frederick, authorize his appointment as baker to the court with all the emoluments and et cetera, et cetera.
Oh, he'll be the happiest man in the world. It's just too much to believe.
Not at all. One has to have good bread, even if one's a king.
Like a king, Your Majesty. You're just like any of the old peasants in Silachomyo.
Thank you. Is that where you come from?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Not far from Chucha, is it?
22.5 miles.
I used to hunt there when I was a young man.
I know, Your Majesty. They still talk about it.
Fine people in those mountains.
Oh, yes, Your Majesty.
And now I shall forget the whole incident of the salt sticks and the composer if you promise to do the same.
Oh, I'll never think about it again as long as I live.
That's a bargain, then.
Done.
Go ahead, go ahead. That's what you do in the mountains when you see the bargain, isn't it? Done.
I'm very sorry Your Majesty was disturbed by so trivial a matter. I shall communicate Your Majesty's displeasure to Mr. Wiedelmeyer.
On the contrary, we enjoyed it immensely. Have this music played and give us your opinion on its merit.
Yes, Your Majesty.
And remember, Frederick, it was composed by the friend of a very good friend of ours.
Yes, Your Majesty.
That girl is so much in love. So very much in love.
It certainly is good to see you back.
Thank you, thank you. Did you see my sign?
Yes.
Beautiful. I brought you some flowers right out of my own garden. And if I hadn't let you out, I was going to take them down to the jail.
I told my wife you'd be out soon, that a man like you couldn't do a thing like that.
You old jailbird, you had us worried.
He was worried, too. We cried all the time.
What's gone is gone. What's always over.
Yes.
That'll be all. Goodbye, Mrs. Mark.
Goodbye, Miss Mark.
Goodbye, and we're very happy over your return.
Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Van Zimmer.
Mr. Van Zimmer. Morning, Mr. Van Zimmer.
Good morning, Baker.
I didn't get the mail. I am not worried. It takes time.
Oh, yes, Baker. All those things take time.
Yes, takes time.
Is that, Ilanka Tolnay?
No, that's Jenny.
No. I have an invitation here for Ilanka Tolnay to attend the court ball.
Well, she's going back home. What did you say?
The court dressmaker will furnish her with a suitable dress and jewels.
Ilonka?
She is to be escorted by her nearest relative.
Relatives?
She has no relative in Vienna.
Oh. Then you shall accompany her. Here is your invitation.
I'm going to the palace. Boys and Cher.
Yes, Uncle.
Not even me.
Ilonka! Who is it? Jenny, hurry up! Ilonka, you are going to the court ball. Mr. Van Zimmer's downstairs. The Emperor,
Mr. Teshik's going too as your escort. The Emperor's own invitation is waiting downstairs. Phew. Oh, let me get my breath back. I wish it were for you. Oh, so do I, but it only happens to one girl in a million. Archdukes and duchesses and princes and... Aren't you excited? I wish I could go. Oh, you can. Everything is arranged. You mean you're not going to go? How can I? I'm going back home tonight. Ilonka, you're not going home before this happens. You can't. I have to. I haven't been home for a long time. But the Emperor himself sent the invitation for you to be present at the court ball on the 15th. Don't you understand? Well, I'd like to keep the invitation as a souvenir, and I'll write a note to the Emperor and thank him, but I don't want to stay in Vienna, Jenny. Why don't you forget about that? Why don't you forget about that good-for-nothing drummer? Well, this is your chance. There'll be dozens of artists there. I'm not going to marry an artist. I'm going to marry a peasant and work with him in the fields. That's silly. You can marry anybody you want to after you've been to court. No. I better go back and forget all about marrying. No girl ever forgets about marrying, and no man ever remembers about it, unless you help him. Men in Vienna are different from men back home. Men haven't changed since Adam. Each one thinks he's the only one on earth. Who is it?
Mr. Teshik, the boss.
Oh, just a minute. You've made up your mind? I'm going back to Sila Chamyo tonight. There's my railroad ticket. Stay just a week longer. I pressed all your dresses. You were very good to me, Jenny. I'm going to send you a present just as soon as I... Yes, come in.
Look, from the tail around the corner. Good. It fits. Only here a little bit and then here a little bit. Wonderful and so expensive.
You'd better take it back. Ilonka's going home tonight.
So expensive. I have here, you can read it, invitation.
I can't stay in Vienna, Mr. Teshik.
Maybe such an invitation comes only once in a whole lifetime.
I've made up my mind to leave. And she really means it. It would only make me feel bad, and, well, maybe I...
Sure, I know. Why should we go? I get another chance before I die. Sure, why not? It happens once. It can happen twice.
And you can save the coat until next time.
Don't feel bad, Emma.
You're not disappointed, are you?
Disappointed? Me? No. If I go, I have to wear new shoes. And the new shoes, my feet hurt. Sometimes they hurt so bad. And I have to cry.
Mr. Teshik. Mr. Teshik, wait.
Baron, how are the new horses?
Wait till your majesty sees them.
Fiery, eh?
Indeed they are, your majesty. They sail over the jumps.
Good. Ah, here you are.
Your Majesty.
Von Zimmel has told us that you had to change your plans in order to be with us tonight.
I was going back to Sila Chamyo, Your Majesty.
We rather hesitated about asking you to come, knowing how you felt about music and musicians.
I'm very happy to be here, Your Majesty.
Mr. Wiedelmeyer tells us that you sometimes sing.
I've given that up, Your Majesty.
Oh, what a pity. We were about to ask you to favor us with a song tonight.
I could not refuse, Your Majesty. If Your Majesty would...
Thank you. And this must be our new baker.
Yes, Majesty, I thank you, Majesty, ever so much for the medal. I'm
It's very grateful, Your Majesty.
And a very good baker, too. Perhaps a little more salt with the salt sticks. Baron, take our young friend to the orchestra and have the leader play something she knows.
I am honored, miss.
You better take over now. She's coming up.
Oh. Wish me luck.
I don't know what to sing.
Oh, the conductor will suggest something you know.
I can't sing anything tonight.
But you'll promise to His Majesty.
Yes, it's in your key. I made the arrangement myself.
I would have told you all about what happened, but His Majesty's orders were for me not to see you until tonight.
I wish he'd made that order permanent.
Oh, Alonka,
Please, they're signaling for the music.
What? Oh. The boys, ask them. I'll tell you about it later.
Suppose you'll tell me all about that girl later, too?
But she's
If
just...
you don't start, I will.
What? Oh, sorry. Ready, gentlemen?
I was a mortal with feet on the ground. There I was standing with people around. Lovely music started somewhere, and I started floating on air. Into a dream world I walked.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I saw you smile, and I reached for a star. Could it happen? Could it happen? I only know here we are, waltzing, waltzing high in the clouds.